50-something-year-old woman on her way home. Boom. Knows that she's being followed. Barely makes it into her house. Boom! What's up, you guys? Byron Rodgers, Tactical Protection Review. Learn protection strategies from a protection professional. Like, comment, share, subscribe so you don't miss a single post. Make sure your loved ones, if you know any females that are traveling home after work alone, make sure to send them this video so they can maybe get some thoughts on how they can stay safe, right? It's not all about the dojo and the range. It's about living a safer pattern of life. So hit that bell if you're on Instagram, hit that other bell, the subscription bell if you're on YouTube, and let's get into this, what we can learn from this situation. All right, it's pretty simple. You break it back down to the ABCs. Everyone says situational awareness, situational awareness, situational awareness, right? But there's levels to this. You know, it's not just all about situational awareness. I think it was like a 55-year-old woman coming home from work. Now you can see that she knows she's being followed because she looks to the left right before this guy comes around the corner. So she at least has the essay. Can you imagine what this would have been like if she didn't realize that someone was following her? So dial this back, and when you look at context, what do we know about context? What do we know about when you're traveling home from work, when you're traveling anywhere, you're in a position that we call transitional space. And transitional spaces are where 80% of violent altercations and victimizations and attacks actually happen. So 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be when you're at the gas station, or when you're walking from the grocery store to your car, when you're in transit, both on a micro level, like you're walking from your house to your vehicle, or on a macro level, when you're doing a big movement. Like I gotta hop on a plane here in a few minutes. You hop on a plane and you go from, you know, New York to California. These are times in your life when you're vulnerable because you're moving from shelter to the next shelter, and this is when predators are looking to victimize you the most. So when you start to look at your pattern of life and the context, where am I going, what am I doing, and if you understand the environment you're in, it'll be easier to tease out and notice what the predators look like. How do predators look? The main thing you want to look for is who's watching, who's looking at you. You know, like who's paying attention to you. Tactical positioning. Where are the people that are paying attention to you in your environment? Are they taking up positions around you that give them a tactical advantage, give them an advantage on how to deal with you and when to deal with you? Are they in your blind spot? If anyone ever enters my quarter panel back here, I'm like, why are you back there? What are you doing? I'm gonna put my back up against the wall. I'm gonna move to a place where I have visual mastery of my environment. This is really how you increase and tease out the important things within your situational awareness that everyone tells you need to get, right? Fortunately, she has situational awareness. You see her look to the left, and then she gets in that door just in time, right? Boom, and he doesn't get there quick enough to be able to get her in this instance. But things like this go wrong. I can guarantee you this is not his first time doing this. Now, what if you do notice someone is following you home, you know, and you don't know what to do? If this person's following you and they see you and they haven't made their move, it means you're not in an advantageous place for them to mount their attack yet. Be very careful not to go to an advantageous place to mount their attack. Stay right where you are. You know, if you're in a public environment and they haven't attacked you yet, you know, what do you see when you look at the screen right now? You see nothing but space and opportunity. There's no one in the hall. It's completely empty. He could easily dominate her and make her open the door to her apartment in this environment. This is the most dangerous place for her to be. So what she needs to do, if you do see someone following you, stop. You know, go to a public spot. Go duck into a Starbucks, duck into a restaurant, duck into a busy establishment. Get on the phone, call the cops, call a man who loves you, and wait for them to come. Someone walks in your store late at night, you think they mean you harm, go in the back room, lock the door, call the cops and be like, hey, there's someone in here I don't feel comfortable with. You don't have to address people that you do not trust and don't feel comfortable with. That's the whole entire point here. And then lastly, you know, if she's living by herself, you know, ladies, learn how to use equalizers, learn how to use weapons so you can level the playing field. This woman would not have had a chance against this gentleman right here. He's young, he's fit, he's probably a little bit mentally insane, mentally ill, which is half the reason he's doing what he's doing. Okay, so learn that personal protection is about the person. Self-defense is about the self. You need to understand when you need to bring different tools into a fight in order to level the playing field and increase your chances of survivability. Yo, dads, brothers, everybody, moms, send these videos out to your loved ones that deal with these things, that move around, that need to understand more about how to live a safer pattern of life. Download our free training guide at protectornation.com, where our mission is to make the world a safer place by helping good people become more dangerous. You'll get me, and like a dozen other of the world's top self-defense, personal protection, elite trainers that teach the best of the best. This is Byron Rodgers, protector by nature and by trade. Look forward to training with you and seeing you on the next piece of content. Out. Boom.